What's up YouTube, Singularity here and welcome to another episode in the Call of Duty Cold War Zombies series, and in this one we're going to be taking a quick look at the new mode that has been introduced in Season 2, which is the Outbreak mode. So this is the map for Alpine, and as you can see we have a lot of things circled and labelled up there, so we'll start from the top left. On each map you're going to have 3 jump pads, and these just let you transport around the map a little bit quicker. They fire you up into the air and then you can parachute down, going quite a distance more quickly. They will cost 500 points each time you use, and next to that on the right we have the machine which lets you upgrade your armor and your weapons. And then to the right of that you can see we have some snowmobiles. You will have different types of transport on each map. And below that we have the symbol for the Wonderfizz machine, where you can go and buy all your perks. Now in this mode there is nowhere that you need to turn the power on. All these machines are activated from the beginning, so as long as you have the points you can go use any of these machines. And below that you can see a storm cloud with a box underneath, and that is a side objective. Basically you activate the box, you're going to get zombies spawn in, and you need to kill all of those zombies, and then the box will open, giving you access to things like salvage, weapons, perks, power up. And if we have a look at the bottom left we have another side objective, which is a picture of 3 skulls, and that is we have a team that has been downed and they have a radio. You activate that and that's going to spawn in a patrol close by. Now you get rewards from killing these, not from opening a box or anything, but again you're going to get elites and special zombies spawn in, and they're going to drop again perks and weapons and salvage for you. And above that to the left we have the symbol for the main objective for the round, and once you complete that you are able to either exfil or warp to the next area. And there is 6 different objectives you can complete for this, and we'll go through each of those individually. And to the right of that we have the symbol for the pack punch machine. Again, there is nothing you need to do in terms of turning power on any objectives. As long as you have the points you are able to use that and pack punch your weapon. Above that we have the mystery box. Again, you will also get the beam going into the sky, so you'll be able to pick this out from a distance without even looking at your map. And then next to that we have the crafting table, where you can get your tacticals, lethals and all your support requirements. And right in the center of the map you can see we have the trials machine there. I would recommend doing these earlier on in rounds 1 and 2 to get some perks, and you also have the chance of getting those wonder weapons, either the DAR machine or the Reiki, or even I guess the ray gun, although I've not had it myself yet. So every time you spawn into a new area you will be given one of the 6 main objectives, and this time around it was to eliminate the high value target. Now you can go straight ahead, do this objective and then just spawn to the next round, which will increase the difficulty and give you a new objective, or you can explore, gather points, do side quests, do a little exploring before you decide to go ahead and do that. Now you will notice in the top left hand corner we do still have that continuous UAV which shows positions of zombies that are close by all the time. They do not show up on your main map, only on the mini map. Also things like wall buys and ammo crates do not show up on the main map, they only pop up on the mini map when you are close by one. So we have made our way over to these 3 skulls that are on the map, which is one of the side objectives. You are able to complete these after doing the main one if you wish, before you go to the next area and increase the difficulty of the game. So you just need to interact with the radio there, and then as you can see down the road we are going to get those beams coming down, which are going to be spawning in some special and elite zombies, and we just need to go take them out to finish this objective. So we'll just run down and see what type of zombies we deal with, because they will be different each time. You will get a mix of elites, specials, dogs, normal zombies, and in this case we seem to have the new zombie which was added to Outbreak, which is the Panzer style zombie, and that guy is equipped with a flamethrower and exploding mines that deal fire damage also, and once taken out he's going to drop perks, weapons, and other bits of salvage and essence points. And I believe the key for defeating this guy is just aim for the head. Once you destroy that armor on his head, he is pretty easy to take out. And once he is dead, the objective will be completed. And also dotted around the map you will see these ether crystals. They will be spawning out of the ground, on trees, on buildings. And just like other zombie maps, you can break these, pick up essence, salvage, ammo, armor plates, and weapons. I've not had any perks or a special weapon out of there yet, so I've not had the ray gun or anything like that, but one would assume that you can get them just like the other zombie game. So we made our way over to this storm cloud with the lightning bolt and box coming out of it, and you see the box on the floor there. All you have to do is activate it and you're going to get zombies spawn in. Once you take out all of these zombies, it will allow you to access that box and get the loot inside of it. So you've seen the little explosion there, which did signify we could now loot the box, and unlike the others, this is a golden loot box. It will always give you that full power perk, which does refill your field upgrade. So if you're finding these a little bit difficult, use that field upgrade to help, and you will always get it replenished once opening that box. So after completing every objective we can, we make our way over to the anomaly, which spawned in after completing that main objective, and all you have to do is activate it, and what that's going to do is spawn everything into this little area for you. And what I mean by that is you are going to get all your machines, so you're going to get your arsenal, your wonder fizz, your pack-a-punch, your workbench, and a beacon, which will allow you to either warp to the next area or exfil. And so it's a good idea to spend all your points now before you go to the next area, because the difficulty does increase quite significantly. I think it's something about for every level you increase is maybe roughly 6-7 levels on a normal zombies map. So if you think about that, by the time you get to round 5 in this, you're talking about level 30 in zombies, which can be quite difficult. So at the beacon you can see we get the two options here. Warp, which will travel you to a new region, attempt another main objective and increase the difficulty, and the Exfil, which works the same as in the other zombies modes, where you basically call in a chopper to a certain area and you have to get to that area and eliminate the zombies in that area before the chopper actually comes down and allows you to board it. So we're going to activate that warp and teleport to a new area, increasing the difficulty, and this time we are going to Golova, which as you can see in the top left hand corner there is another one of the maps in the Ural Mountains. And this objective, this time we have to retrieve some Aethereal canisters and put them into the rocket. So we're going to skip forward and show you how to do this second type of objective. So we've made our way over here, and you're just going to want to activate it to initiate retrieving the Aethereum, and that's going to give you 2 points on the map close by, usually within about 150 meters, and you just want to make your way down to each of these, extract the Aethereum canisters and take them back to that rocket. And because they are a fairly close distance, you don't really need a vehicle or anything like that to get to them. You are given 5 minutes to complete this, which is more than enough time.
The harvester must be purged before detachment.
So as you can see, we had some zombies guarding it there. We need to activate it once to release the canister, and then we need to press it again to actually pick up the canister. Now once you have picked this up, you are not going to be able to sprint, you are not going to be able to mantle, and you're going to walk at a reduced pace. However, it does have a special ability. It does replace your field upgrade with a power up that gives off sort of a nuke ability. And all you have to do is press your 2 back buttons to activate that, the same as you would your field upgrade. and as you can see there, it's just going to kill any zombie in the immediate area. And you can recharge that up as you can your field upgrades normally, and it's only going to take about 5 or 6 kills to fully recharge that up again. So what I do generally is use it initially once when I first pick it up, and then make my way over to the rocket and then use it again to kill any zombies in the area, because it does take a couple of seconds to actually load the canister into the machine. So if you use that to kill any zombies that are nearby before you start loading it in, you shouldn't have a problem. So we've just deposited our second canister there, and that's going to kill any zombies left in the area like it does with other objectives. And once you put that second one in, that is objective completed, and you just watch the rocket sail off into the sky.
Satellite shows successful launch. Trajectory plotted. Package is en route. Well done. I never doubted the
And
fact
again,
that I
once
was
completed, it's going to spawn in the anomaly, again giving us the option of warping and increasing the difficulty, or exfilling. And again, you can go around and complete some of those side objectives, do any trials that you want to do, or just teleport or exfil to the next area. So we have warped again, and this has taken us to our third map in the Ural Mountains, which is Aruka. And again, we have a new main objective, which this time is a holdout one. But before we go ahead and do that, we're going to have a quick look at the map, because we have a different type of side objective spawning this time, and that's going to be a dragon on the map. So as you can see, just below right to the pack punch machine on the far left of the map there, we have a circle with a dragon's head inside it, so we're going to head over there to see what that is all about. So we've made our way over, and it seems to be a type of rocket, and inside this rocket it does house a dragon, and we just walk up to it and activate it, and it starts feeding time. That's going to cost 500 points, and once you do that, a dragon is going to pop out of the top, and you're going to get a purple ring spawn on the floor. Now what you have to do is kill zombies inside of this ring, and what that's going to do is allow the dragon to feed, and it's going to top up those canisters on the side. Now the more zombies you kill inside of this, the better loot you are going to get at the end of this side objective. So I believe you can either get small, medium, large, and even a golden chest if you manage to fill those canisters right up to the top. And we're about halfway at the moment. And again, as you go through the difficulty levels for each round, the zombies you get spawning are going to increase in difficulty, and you're going to get elites and specials spawning in once those levels are higher. So again, once it's time for this to go, it's going to kill all zombies in the area, it's going to take off into the sky, and it's going to leave a loot box behind. So you can see we filled the canisters there, and we're going to see what sort of loot box it actually gives us. And there, as you can see, we get the golden loot chest for topping those up, and that's going to drop us some kill streaks, it's going to drop us some salvage, some armor, and again that full power perk. So if you want to use your field upgrades to help you complete this objective, if you do get that golden chest, you are going to get that full power perk again. So we're going to jump into another game here, because that last one crashed. Yes, this game still does have its problems with crashes and glitches. So anyway, here we are at the holdout point. As you can see, it's pulsing out there, and within that certain area it will disable vehicles, and it will disable your tactical sprint. So just run up to it, place the explosive, it's going to destroy the crystal and going to transport you into a fixed location. And the object here is to basically just survive for those 3 minutes and 50 seconds. what you are going to get is waves of zombies coming at you with increasing difficulty. I think it's about 3 waves that you get. Each new wave will be signaled by a sound prompt, so you know when a new wave is starting. And this main objective is by far the hardest of all of them, because you are in this confined space. You are not able to get outside of this holdout location, and in the later rounds you do get more difficult zombies, you do get more zombies, and so it does become quite a bit overwhelming, especially if you're not used to big hordes of zombies. So my tip would be to try and kill as many outside of the location as possible, and just keep rebuilding those barriers as much as you can. Obviously you cannot keep on top of them all the time, because you do get overwhelmed to a certain point, especially when the dogs come in, because they do destroy all barriers in one go. So as you can see, we have the dog spawned in there. We're going to try and kill that straight away, just so he doesn't destroy all those barriers there. So we're just going to let this play out now until the end of this objective.
Coming. I'm ready to die. I'm starting to warm up. You've got your comeuppance.
So you're going to notice here that once the time expires, it is just going to destroy all remaining zombies. So even if you've got some inside that are attacking you, as soon as that time expires, they are just going to die, and you're going to be teleported out of the dark ether and back to where you were, which is going to show you the crystal being destroyed. So that is it for the holdout objective, and once that is complete, you are going to get that anomaly spawn in again, allowing you to warp to the next level or Exfil. So the 4th and 5th type of main objectives are both going to be escort objectives, and you're just going to go over to the truck, activate it on the side, and that's going to send out a little rover, which does have a little monkey in the back. And these monkeys look a lot like those that you find in the dark ether, those little monkey visions that are dotted all over the place, and this kind of gives it an insight as to what they are and how they actually got there. So the aim of this is to basically do what it says. We are escorting that rover, and to do so we need to stick close by. If we wander too far away from the rover, it will stop moving, so you want to keep as close to it as possible and just eliminate those zombies that are going to come towards you. You will see them on your mini-map, so you know which direction they are coming from. Again, as you go up the levels, the enemies that do come towards you will get more difficult and harder to kill. So the differences in the types of escort ones: the first one, you're going to get the rover, it will find an anomaly and then it will go inside, and once it comes back out it will be kind of flung through the air, just like the high value target does after you've done so much damage on him, and he will go a short distance before it starts moving again, so you just want to keep an eye on where it goes and run up to it to start transporting it again. It will teleport 2 times before it reaches the final one. And the second type of escort is going to be pretty much the same, apart from when it gets to the first anomaly, it's going to be more like a straight line, like some sort of a rift. It's going to say it's not stable enough or something like that, and it's not actually going to enter inside it and get flung through the air like that. It's just going to say it's not suitable and continue moving.
Continue, escort team.
So once it's jumped twice and gets to the final one, it will enter, and that will be the objective completed. And again, if there are any zombies in the immediate vicinity, those zombies will die once it is complete, and you will be able to go over to that anomaly again, activate it, and either exfil or teleport and increase your difficulty. So here we are at the final anomaly there. The rover has crossed the threshold, and we will see this time it stays on the other side, it doesn't actually come back. And once that happens, that is objective complete. Let's have a look at the 6th and final objective we might get, and this one is going to be a defend objective. It's going to send you to a specimen which will be a head. You have to pick that up, place it in the jar, and then that's going to start the defend objective. Now this is going to last 3 minutes, and you have to defend that objective from the zombies that are incoming. And they are going to kind of mix up attacking you and attacking the machine. You can stand away from it. It does take quite a bit of damage. It does take quite a few hits to get it down. I'm not sure what it's like in the later rounds, but obviously you will get stronger zombies coming in that will do more damage, but in the earlier ones it's certainly no problem. As the time does count down, the zombies that do come in get stronger, so you are going to start getting the elites and the special zombies come in, and they're also going to start coming in greater numbers, just to make it a little more difficult towards the end of that timer. So we're going to skip forward now just to the end of this, because there's another 2 minutes to go on that. So once this timer reaches 0, just like the other objectives, all the zombies in the immediate vicinity are going to die, and that is going to be objective completed, again allowing you to go to that anomaly and exfilling or going to the next level. So we've covered all objectives and side objectives, and now another thing you might see on your minimap is that little white ball there, and that is going to be some sort of purple anomaly, and you cannot interact or do anything with it apart from damage it. And once you damage it, it's you're going to get a scream, and you're going to get some essences dropped from it. And just like the high value target and one of the escort modes, it's going to transport to another area of the map, and you just need to follow it and again damage it. It's going to drop all those essences, and you're going to hear that scream, and it's going to transport to a 3rd and final location, where again you just run up to it, damage it, it's going to drop a load of essences and then disappear. Now once it has transported after you've damaged it the first time, you only get a limited amount of time to damage it again before it does disappear altogether. So if you see it, make sure you follow it for all of those times, and make sure you get all those essences. You do get quite a bit of essence from it, so it is really good, especially in the earlier rounds. And we'll just run over to its final spot here. we'll damage it again, and just to show you the full thing what happens. So there we go. It doesn't teleport again, it just disappears. And as you can see, it has dropped a lot of stuff for us there. It has dropped a chopper gunner, and so that, along with the essences, definitely makes it worthwhile chasing down and getting that kill streak. And I think that just about covers everything I can cover right now for the Outbreak mode. At the moment there isn't any Easter egg or story mode to go along with it. The only thing we really have is the intel drops from the elites and the trial machines, I believe. So we're just going to show you the Exfil now, just to round off the entire thing. So once you do start that, it is going to destroy that beacon, so it cannot be used anymore. It's going to mark the area on your map for the Exfil, and again it's going to tell you to go to the Exfil site and give you that certain amount of time to do it within. And we decided to run it. We didn't use a vehicle, and it took us roughly a minute to get there. So once in there, it has not that many hostiles to kill. However, if there is other hostiles chasing you in the vicinity, if they run into that area, they are going to be added to the number of hostiles you need to kill to clear the site. So try and make sure that you clear the area before you potentially exfil, or before you start doing that. And then once that's done, there we are, we exfil, and that is the end of the game. Apologies for this really long video, but I tried to cover everything I could to do with the new mode, and if you found any of this information helpful at all, drop a like, leave a comment with anything you think they could improve in the mode, or anything they could have done better originally. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next one.